Good morning everyone, Sai Ram. Students, welcome back in your social science class. In last session, we had covered history chapter and today we are going to start our geography chapter. And geography book we had already completed chapter number 1. Chapter number 2 we are not going to do because of 30% of deduction as per the CBSE guideline. So now we are going to do chapter number 3 directly. So here our chapter number 3 from our geography NCERT book, Motions of the Earth. What is the name of our lesson number 3 in geography? Motions of the Earth. As you all had already learned about motions of the earth in your previous class. So let's recall, and I am going to tell you something more about the motions of the earth. Here in motion of the earth there are two important things, rotation and revolution. So in our chapter number 3, motions of the earth, basically we are going to learn about rotation and revolution. So in your previous media, you have observed a slightly movement of the earth. So that's why that is known as motion of the earth. The earth moves around the sun as well as on its axis also. So as I told you in this chapter, the two basic things we are going to understand, rotation of the earth and revolution of the earth. Let's start with the first small introduction of both terms, rotation of the earth and revolution of the earth. Here, rotation. The movement of the earth on its axis. Everybody knows that earth rotates on its axis. The movement of the earth on its axis is known as rotation. Now, how much time it takes to complete one rotation? It takes 24 hours. It takes 24 hours to complete one rotation on its axis. That's why our one day has 24 hours. One day has 24 hours, or you can say 24 hours make a day. Second and most important thing, day and night occurs due to rotation of the earth. As everybody knows that during the daytime there is sunlight, brightness, little bit warm, and during the night darkness, because it happens because of rotation of the earth. So basic, what is the definition of the rotation? The movement of the earth on its axis. Sometimes it may be confusing, rotation and revolution, so always remember on its axis, rotation. The movement of the earth on its axis termed as rotation of the earth. Second important thing, it takes 24 hours to complete one rotation. It takes 24 hours to complete one rotation. That's why one day has 24 hours. This is the reason. What is the reason that one day has 24 hours? Because the earth takes 24 hours to complete its rotation on its axis. And next point, Day and night occurs due to rotation. Day and night occurs due to rotation. Day and night occurs due to rotation. So this was a short brief introduction about rotation. Now revolution. As same as rotation, this is also a movement, but what is the difference between the rotational movement and revolutionary movement is this: the movement of the earth around the sun in a fixed orbit. This is so important. Now understand, rotation is on axis and revolution on the fixed path. Like this is the sun. If you see, this is the sun and this is our earth. So earth has to move around the sun like this, in this manner. I will show you one small media also regarding this. So this is the sun and this is our earth. So the movement of the earth around the sun in a fixed path orbit is called revolution. In a fixed path or orbit is called revolution. Now how much time it takes? It takes 365 days to complete one revolution. Complete 365 days and 1/4 day. 1/4 day means 6 hours. So it takes 365 complete day and 1/4 day to complete one revolution. And do you know seasons occur because of revolution? Seasons occur because of revolution. So what is the definition of revolution? The movement of the earth around the sun in a fixed path orbit is called revolution. It takes 365 1/4 day to complete one revolution. Season occurs due to revolution. So this was a small introduction about revolution. Now let's start our first topic, rotation, and we are going to study this in detail. Now there are small terms which you have to understand the concept of rotation. The plane which is formed by the orbit of the earth known as orbital plane. The plane which is formed by the orbit of earth known as orbital plane. Let's see one media regarding rotation of the earth, how earth rotates. So this is a movement of rotation. You can see how the earth is rotating. So you have seen how the earth is rotating. You have seen North Pole, South Pole also. So now I was telling you that the plane which is formed by orbit of earth known as orbital plane. So one of the diagram I am going to show you, so which makes you more clear about the orbital plane. Now you can see this line is known as this orbital. This is formed by orbital plane. Now you can see I am making this now orbital plane. Okay, so we were on this, the plane which is formed by the orbit of the earth known as orbital plane. Now the second term is circle of illumination. Circle of illumination is very important when we talk about day and night. Now everybody knows sun is a source of energy. Sun gives us light, sun is bright. So the part which is in front of sun always be shiny, warm and bright. So that's why during the daytime how our sky is shiny, bright and full of light. So circle of illumination, what it do? The circle that divides the day from night on the globe is called circle of illumination. I am repeating the definition. The circle that divides the day from night on the globe is called circle of illumination. Now you see this picture. Now this line, this is the line of the circle of illumination. Now you see, the white color means daytime. This is the daytime. And the dark part is night time. This is the night time. So this line is known as circle of illumination because this line divides the globe into two parts. In the part which is facing the sun is bright and the part which is not facing the sun is not bright. So here we have daytime, here we have daytime, and on the opposite part we have night time. So now you can understand the definition. Circle of illumination, the circle that divides the day from night on the globe is called circle of illumination. Now the axis of the earth, which an imaginary line, makes an angle of 66 and 1/4 degree with the orbital plane. Now orbital plane I have told you. Now imaginary line on which the rotation happens, axis, because there is no fixed axis of the earth, it is just imaginary line. With the help of this previous diagram I am telling you which is the imaginary line of the earth. This is the imaginary line of the earth. Now you know this is the circle of illumination and this is the imaginary line. Okay, now you got. Now see what I am talking about. We are talking about this. Now you know the orbital plane and the circle of illumination and the imaginary line makes the angle of 66 degree and a half. So this is known as the inclination of the earth axis and the orbital plane. Inclination of the earth axis and the orbital plane. So this is our circle of illumination, our orbital plane, imaginary line. It makes angle of 66 upon 1/4 degree. Now see the definition again. The axis of the earth, this is the axis of the earth. Okay, which is an imaginary line, makes an angle of 66 and 1/4 degree with the orbital plane. So here I am telling you this is with the orbital plane and this is 66 and 1/2 degree, 66 1/2 degree. So this, so there was a printing mistake, not 1/4, 1/2 degree. The axis of earth, which is an imaginary line, makes an angle of 66 1/2 degree with its orbital plane. And now the main thing about the rotation, day and night. Now you understand the first three topics. Movement of earth on its axis clear. 24 hours clear because it takes 24 hours to complete one rotation. Now we will see how day and night occurs. How day and night occurs. Now everybody knows about the sun. Sun is a source of energy and sun give us light. Now you see this is the circle of illumination which divide the globe into day and night. Now north pole and south pole, not even anything, is just exactly on the circle of illumination. So that's why they are completely having or experience 6 months of day and 6 months of night. So now you see the brighter part of the north pole, this part, experience 6 month of day, and the darker part, this south pole, experience 6 month of night. Now one more thing, this how days and night occur, because our earth is rotating and the part which is in front of sun directly, direct rays are there, it experience daytime, and the other part which is not having a direct ray, it is experience night time. But because our earth is rotating also. So when it rotates, the part, this night part after 6 hours comes in front of sun. Are you getting me? The in first 6 hours, okay, let's divide this into two parts. This is A, this is B. Now in the morning time, in first 6 hours, the A part is bright because it is in front of what? In front of sun. So it is having daytime. The globe, the states which is in front of sun having daytime, and afterward, and the other part having night time. So this is the daytime because of the rotation of the earth. And which line divides the rotation? Circle of illumination. It divides the globe into two parts, or it differentiates the globe from day to night. Now there is a question, what would happen if the earth did not rotate? Okay, now you know, everybody know the earth is rotating on its axis, that's why day and nights are happening. But if earth would not rotate, then what would happen? The portion of the earth facing the sun would always experience day. Always means 365 days they experience day, and the other half would remain in dark and be freezing cold all the time. So that's why rotation is also very important, because it's with the help of rotation we are experiencing the day and night. So that is all about the rotation of the earth. So basically what is important? Motions, two important motions, rotation and revolution. Rotation of the earth means movement of the earth on its axis. It takes 24 hours, that's why our one day has 24 hours, and day and night occurs due to rotation of the earth. And if what would happen if there will be no rotation? That one part of the earth always remain sunny, and the other part of the earth always remain in dark and having a climate of freezing cold. So this is all about rotation of the earth. So as I told you, in this chapter we have two important topics, rotation and revolution. So in this part 1 session we had covered rotation. In our next session, part 2 session of this chapter, motion of the earth, we will going to cover the revolution of the earth and how seasons happen. So meanwhile, you just do one thing, read your geography book, underline the important line and try to solve the exercise, whatever we have covered, try to solve that and learn the definitions from the book also. So we will meet in the next session with the second part of this chapter. Sai Ram.